Part 1 was Game 1, Game 2, and closing. In these 2 hours, we're going to group all the participants into 4 groups. And okay, each member in each group may have different function role, such as marketing or procurement, or you are an inventory analyst. Okay, you do not have to worry, because if you don't know much about MBS system, we're going to have some facilitator to help you. Okay, let me introduce our facilitators today. Angela Yan, you may already know. I'm the adjunct professor of NTUT, and I host a consulting firm. And Arthur Xiao is the founder of Top Boss. Okay, Arthur Xiao owns his master degree from Zhenji University, and the Top Boss, this MBS system simulation has been researched and developed by Arthur Xiao with his university professors, and he is expanding the MBS system right now domestically and also internationally throughout the Greater China area and Southeast Asia, North America, and the rest of the place. As to the Professor King is a well-known educator, and he lectured in the Singapore Nanyang Technological University and the course coordinator of the module Fundamentals of Management. He has over 30 years of experience in both public and also private. Over the past 10 years, he has conducted numerous training programs in corporates, such as strategy management, corporate governance, international marketing, international business negotiation, and also some cross-cultural communication course. So in the 2006, Professor Chin also published a title with Pearson Education in Singapore. The title is Corporate Governance in East Asia. So Professor Chin can be considered an expert of the East Asia. Now he is an active member of the Rotary and Toastmaster. As to Michael Chen, the founder of the IceTech Hong Kong Private Limited Company. Michael Chen owns his master degree from Sydney Technology University and major in the engineering management. Today, let me invite him to speak a few words on the experience in lecturing the MBS system in the Hong Kong area. So let's invite him with a big hand. Michael? Michael? So can you hear me? Can you turn on your microphone?
Okay.
We cannot hear you.
Angela?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Angela. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me introduce myself again. My name is Michael Chen, and I'm the founder of the IceTech Hong Kong Limited, which was established in 2001. I've been going through the business management simulation program in 2017. By that time, I was traveling to the Kasata University in Thailand, Singapore University of Social Sciences in Singapore for the annual tournament of the business management simulation. And I'm very glad to be last year, I'm very glad to be the distributor of the MBS in Hong Kong and Macau region, given the authorization by Mr. Alpha Sell from Top Boss founder last year. And today I'm pleased in being here with all of you to share my experience of MBS, being that this is being subscribed by Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, we call it as HKUST, of which they are ranked at number 34 of the QS global ranking. And also the Chinese University of Hong Kong, CUHK, which is ranked as 49 in QS global ranking. Let me introduce a bit about HKUST. HKUST is a well-known university in Hong Kong and worldwide, that they have risen through the rank and become a global powerhouse in tertiary education. As a result of their continuously pursuit of excellence, their footprint cover life science, engineering, business education, humanity, social science, and much, much more. Mr. Ronald Lau is the professor of the faculty in operation management. He found MBS is a sophisticated learning platform that students can be promoted with a self-directed learning and enhance their efforts by the team through academic business simulation platform. And students are encouraged to address the key issue and assess the issue on the perspective of both qualitative and quantitative measurement. And also they can identify the feasible solution in the strategic planning and decision making. MBS has been used in the course of ISO 4780 in HKUST. And HKUST come with 13 weeks, the course come with 13 weeks, of which the first 2 weeks as usual is considered as a take and drop class. And the rest of the week are treated as an MBS that student can be provided with a virtual business management operation experience that come with the comprehensive financial report, which is tangible result is delivered in a quarterly basis. The simulation creates a very competitive environment for students to learn the core business concept and also allowing students to experiment the business strategy, manipulate the business concept, and experience the consequence of their action. Students also can learn about the strategic and the tactical business simulation through their theoretical knowledge from school. Team also can execute the true-to-life business simulation with realistic consequence and challenge. The more the student repeatedly evaluate their performance, the more they will learn to internalize the business concept and ways of making viable decisions. In each class, each group will have a chance to present their planning and review and also the analysis in about 15 minutes as assigned by the professor. And a post-game review is reviewed for every member of the group that after the competition. The purpose of the extra rest is to help the student to diagnose the planning and execute the problem from one's own understanding and the perspective. And last is the final competition will be organized at the end of the course to let students competing from each other, to let the team competing with each other for the highest score of the KPI. And also the interesting thing is that the KPI, the weight of the KPI is determined by the vote of the student, not by the professor himself, through the AHP. AHP is a new function that is introduced by Alpha in this year, so-called analytic hierarchy process, that students can make their preference of the KPI in pairwise comparison. And also in June 19, 2021, this year, we organized the MBS e-case competition Hong Kong for 10 Hong Kong university joining the competition on site, as well as 12 university joining the competition from overseas, with over 200 students, including the China, Taiwan, Indonesia, Vietnam, Malaysia. They all take part on the spot at the Hong Kong Metropolitan University. Okay, the former name is called the Open University of Hong Kong. And after the 6 rounds of the exciting competitions and presentation, the team called Innovator, they make a remarkable achievement to win the champion on behalf of HKUST. Moving forward to 2022, we anticipate that an even bigger MBS e-case competition will be held in Hong Kong, with more and more university and students to come. hopefully no physical barrier next year, and that we can see each other directly. And also by the time we can have a drink and also have some Hong Kong domestic tasty foods after the competition together. Last but not the least, I'm sure students can be able to enjoy the study of business management learning through MBS with fun and their interactive discussion with teammates and the lecturers. Thank you very much, Angela.
Thank you, Michael. It's a very wonderful sharing, and I see the syllabus is very well organized. Is this fit undergraduate or both for under and graduate? This for both, right?
Yes.
Okay, that would be great. If any of the participants are interested in getting this syllabus, can we get one copy from you? It's shareable?
Sure.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, great. So during this session today, we're going to give you a quick understanding about the tips, how to empower your students and make them become, induce their business acumen. So we are going to give you an idea how to set up the business game, the business simulation game, and also make you enter into a dynamic competition simulation. So you are not only running your own company, you will be going to compete with the other competitor outside in the marketplace. And you have to sort out the market needs. And also there are some, mainstream management theory that we can learn from. So before we start, let me ask you to fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be an exciting journey, and the flight is about to take off. We wish you enjoy your trip. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, this is TC from Top Boss. I'm very glad to have a chance to take a few minutes here to share with you about who we are and what we are offering now. In a highly competitive and dynamic business environment today, what sets a superb management team apart from mediocre others are its capability to make business decisions in a timely way and also the quality of these business decisions. Such a management team could rapidly make correct judgments, identify the relevant factors and their causes and effects comprehensively, rationally set up the priorities, propose possible alternatives, and thoroughly understand potential risks so as to achieve the goals of an organization. So this free of charge online business simulation course is aimed at helping business organizations develop the professional management styles. Top Boss Taiwan adopts the methodology of regional thinking to help the trainees effectively learn essential skills in business management. For example, strategic planning, goal setting, situation appraisal, potential problem analysis, risk appraisal, problem decision analysis, decision making, and also the execution of decisions, and so many other business-related topics. In this course, we will emphasize key topics such as the analysis of industry, finance, performance and marketing, and how to build up team communications, cross-function integration, something like this. So after the training, the participants or the trainees will be well developed or equipped with the abilities of establishing strategies, operation decisions, management by objectives, performance management, strategy executions, delegation and accountability, along with successful team building. This free program is designed for a mid to high-level management team. Some key features are each of these programs shall last for a 2-month period, and the accommodation of participants' numbers can be up to 30 to 90 students per program. And during the execution of this program, is totally 100% online, including the key concept seminar, training, tutor, team up, registration, and the analysis of industry, market, and competition, and formulating the business strategy and the implementation of key decisions. Everything is online. To sum up, the key features of these programs are: it is totally based on mainstream business theory, and it helps build up strategic thinking on integrated business management perspectives by focusing on numeric analysis, rational judgment, and detailed implementation of the operation plan. As an industry pioneer and with many leading-edge business simulations, TopBoss has been for 19 years helping professors in more than 400 universities to deliver unforgettable learning experiences. Our unique simulations prepare participants for the real business world and help boost their chances of getting employed or improve the effectiveness of their current jobs. TopBoss is a trusted ally to turn classroom into fun-filled learning environment that keeps students inspired for years to come. We have rich resources in conducting university competitions and teaching, and also vast experiences in cooperation with government organizations and industry commerce associations such as China Council for the Promotion of International Trade, China Chain Store and Franchise Association, China General Chamber of Commerce, and a lot of organizations. You can reference the following YouTube videos if you are interested in knowing us more.
Can't wait to see the program now. Following will be Professor Jin, who will be leading us step by step to get into the business simulation game. Let's welcome Professor Jin.
Can you stop the sharing and highlight?
Sure.
Highlight.
Professor Jin, are you going to share your screen now?
You know, what I'm seeing is some strange picture on my screen.
Okay.
And you highlight.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody.
Afternoon.
Yeah. My name is Ching. I have been a lecturer with the Nanyang Technological University and course coordinator of Fundamental of Management. Now let me share with you something about this business simulation. Managing business operation is a complex thing, and it involves making decisions on multiple parameters that are intertwined. And your results are never guaranteed because your competitors are also making decisions on these parameters, which will impact the market dynamics and therefore your results. The goal of a business is to stay in the game, and hopefully some of your competitors will go out of the market because of their poor decisions. So to business school students, entrepreneurs, or anyone who has the interest in business development and strategy, who wants to grow successful business, acquiring the skills of staying competitive in managing a business, playing business simulation game is an enjoyable way to learn. Simulation puts students in realistic market situations to help them learn essential concepts. Simulation allows students to study the market conditions as well as the competition. Simulation allows them to take advantage of strategic actions in the operations of the business and observe the results. Simulation also allows students to experiment business strategies, test business ideas, and experience the consequences of their actions, all in a virtual business environment. Students are required to analyze and debate over various important business issues in teams. Each of these teams, which is a separate business operation, must make decisions to stay ahead of the game. And as students apply their theoretical knowledge in the simulation games, they learn to make strategic and tactical business decisions. They develop critical skills vital to their success in today's business world. Therefore, in the digital age for training business talents, business simulation game is a crucial tool to help them to understand business operations, to master strategic decision-making, to cultivate actual combat capabilities, and to simulate innovation. This tool, which we would like you to experience today, has been used by close to 1,000 universities and business schools, and half of them have become paid users of this tool to complement their teaching activities. Now let me share a screen to show you some of the latest uses of this tool, and then I'll walk you through the underlying principles of MBS and the user interface to give you a first impression of this powerful tool in the teaching of business skills. Right. So these are some of the more recent uses of MBS in the academic. As you can see on the screen, from Hong Kong and from Taiwan, and they are used by the Department of Business, business schools, some international MBA programs, and in courses like management accounting, marketing management, operation management, integrated planning and execution, and so on. In the corporate world, some companies have also adopted MBS for their in-house training. These companies are Ericsson China, for instance, Wistron Group in Taiwan, CHT Telecom in Taiwan, Family Mart in Taiwan, and Far East Bank in Taiwan. They are used for training their internal trainees at mid-management level, some business unit head successors, and so on. But let me walk you through the MBS. First, let's look at how we run the business. A healthy business must have healthy market shares, inventory, revenue, expenses, and net profit. And therefore, the underlying principle of MBS is to manage the operation of your business according to this acronym of management objective called SIREN, that is share, inventory, revenue, expenses, and net profit. And we make forecasts when we run the business, and then we operate the business to fulfill the forecast. So in the MBS interface, you will enter your forecast of what you expect to happen. And of course, we make business decisions to make things happen. And in the MBS, you make business decisions in these 18 parameters. So the common parameters to all markets would be like R&D expenses, production maintenance, equipment investment, raw material purchases, bank loan, bank payment, dividend output, and then the decisions that you make for the individual marketplace, market regions would be price, marketing expenses, production location. And then once you make the decisions, you enter into the competition with your competitors, and then you monitor, you measure your performance, and then you conduct financial analysis to find out what did you go right, what did you go wrong. And so you look at revenue, you look at the market shares, you look at net profits, and you look at the cost structure, and even the decision history, what you have decided before and how it got you into this situation. And then you make decisions again in the new period and try to correct your direction and go go back on track to your business objective. So now I would propose that we get to experience this MBS by actually doing something. And for a start, as an experience, I would like all of you who are participating in today's webinar to fall into 4 groups, and therefore 4 different companies. And for the first run, we will only deal with 1 parameters only, and that is, how to price your product. And as we know in the theory of business management, you have different pricing strategies, and it can be represented by such a strategy matrix. You could be going for market penetration, in which case you are going to keep your price low to make maximum market share while keeping your quality of the product reasonably good. You could want to go into the market and take the premium market, which means that your product will be differentiated, better quality, better functions, features, and therefore your prices would be relatively higher and your quality will be also relatively higher. You could be just going for survivor and try to take the very general low-end market, and then we'll call it the economy pricing model, in which case you don't do too much about the quality, nor you want to charge a higher price, you'll keep your price low. Or you want to make a quick profit by skimming the market, you're going to make your product of reasonable quality, a good quality, and at a reasonably higher price, and to quickly generate some revenue. So the first round we are going to do is, to look at this pricing strategy. The other 18 parameters we're going to leave aside. So this is what we will be doing once we get into the breakout room and try to make business decisions for our business. These 4 groups, 4 different pricing strategies. The facilitators are shown on the screen. Arthur is going to be helping the group for penetration pricing, Angela for economy, myself for the skimming, and Michael for the premium. And in fact, to help you, because you will be looking at the interface for the first time, you don't even know where to enter, we have already suggested this is what we are going to do for the first round of trial run. The market prices that we are going to set for the different pricing strategy will be shown on the screen. And for penetration, you can see there, you're going to invest $1.2 million in R&D, whereas for economy, you invest nothing. And for skimming, you invest $300,000, and for premium, you invest also $1.2 million. So that would be a quick briefing. As you can see, we are going to test the theory of pricing and the effect of R&D. Okay, so
so Professor Jin, so we have
yes,
we have to follow exactly like the pricing strategy is actually the number for the time being.
Correct. So the facilitators will be joining you and help you to run through the user interface, some of what you can see in the user interface, and then help you to enter all this. So you don't really have to do anything, but just to experience and have a first impression. All right, when we come to the second run, then you will be on your own, and you will decide what are the parameters you want to put. And of course, also the facilitators will also be there to answer your questions, to help you along with that decision making. So now I'm going to pass the control back to Angela and Michelle.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's experience MBS.
Right. All the groups has been pre-assigned, right? So Michelle, we're going to be break out into different groups now. See you later. Yes, we are back to the main room. So Professor Chin will continue to host and make some explanation and some diagnose for what we have done just now. Yeah.
Yep.
And after your diagnose, we have, questions asked, during the breakout. Professor Chin, you did not turn on your microphone yet?
I would share again. Yeah, this is one. All right. How did we do? Now, since it is a predetermined, so I already know the results. But just look at this. Because we have made those decisions that we made, and we see that now we have different market shares. All right. The one that go for penetration does get an improvement in the market share, although it doesn't seem to be very much. And those who go for premium, lower market share, but you're going to find out that they probably have a bigger revenue. So now let's look at the scenario of net profit. As it turned out that with the decisions we made, all right, and the market dynamics, only the scheming team managed to make some money. All right, everybody else would be losing money because they are not selling enough, price too high, or now. Interesting enough that for this particular simulation, scheming, economy, and penetration sells the same amount, all right, and premium sell less because it's $8, and so they sell less, and then of course revenue vary. Now you will then ask, all right, if I pursue my tactic, even though I am losing money at the beginning, is it worth pursuing along? Because once you make the R&D investment in the first period, maybe you don't have to make the same amount of R&D investment in the next period, and then you can continue. So your next period, your cost is going to be lower. So all this will come into play when you continue to play the game. Right? So now one thing is very important is that before you even decide on your pricing, you will have to study everything about the past, right? And you have a way of knowing what would be your cost structure in the user interface. There is a part where you look at your cost structure, and if your price is lower than your cost, then you are bound to lose money. That is no question. So you can see that all these people who are losing money, it is because the cost is higher than the selling price, except scheming. All right, so it's a simple kind of simulation, using just one or two parameters, and just to give you a sense of the dynamics, thing can happen. And so when you go into a full-blown play of the game, you have got 18 parameters to decide, and you really have to do a lot of homework before you enter your decision for each of the parameters. Okay, so I will now pass my control back to Angela, and then we will go into the Q&A. Any of the participants that has got any questions about this MBS, you can ask. Yeah, and all of us will be here to help you and answer your questions.
Yes, thank you, Professor Chin. It's very clear, and now it's the session for Q&A. So when we starting experiencing the game one, what kind of question have you in mind? Please feel free to answer the question. Okay, I would like to raise one question for my group member. Ton, would you like to ask yourself, or want me to help, Tom?
Yeah, I can ask the question myself.
Okay,
so,
great.
Yeah. So I will turn on my camera so I can interact with you guys easy.
Yes.
So I have three questions about the game. The first one is when I joined the first session, the first season. So actually, I don't know what car product I'm selling. So very hard for me to determine the price if only reading the guideline from the website. The second question is about the R&D expense. So because I don't know what car product I'm selling, so therefore I don't know how to improving my product. So for the next session or for the next quarter, so I don't know which particular function of the product I would improving. So it's very hard for me to or my team to determine how much money do I need to invest into that. And the third question is about the customer segment. So there are no clear about the customer target, the behavior of the customer, like when they buy a product, what the needs they want about the product. So these questions will interact with each other. So because I don't know the needs of the customer, so therefore I don't know how to improving the product for the future selling. So that's my question. Thank you.
Yes. Professor Xiao is going to help to reply this three questions. One is what kinds of product industry, and if we want to improve our product strategy, so and so forth. And the third is the customer segmentation. Arthur?
Okay, so first the question, what's the product is it? Okay, this is a neutral one. Since the time is quite limited, if we have more time, according to the information from the MBS, you will know the product attribute, such as something like the customer preference. What kind of attribute will attract the customers in different, as you said, the segment. In different market, they have the different attributes. Okay, and so according to my experience, usually in experienced people like corporate training, those people have a working experience for a long time and easily to let them to understand the attribute. Say the customer prefer low price, like the customer prefer high quality, or customer prefer advertisement or some promotion. Okay, to describe the attribute to the this product. So what's this product? This is the neutral one. It's not implied. It doesn't imply to any products. Okay, so we just focus on the attributes of products. But this is for experienced people like this. But sometimes, especially for the young guy, maybe never have the working experience, and they just consume they are consumer. They never been a seller or producer for a manufacturer. So in such case, some teachers, as I know, they will give the hint, or even sometimes give a very concrete product. For example, it's accessory for handphone, mobile phone, or it's some drinking, soft drink, something like that. And the teacher, the facilitator, will modify the environment, including the general economic climate, including the industrial attribute, including some seasonal indicator, something like this, and to try to simulate a certain products or some. But as we know, the history never repeat again. Even the same product, for example, mobile phone, 10 years mobile phone selling condition, quite different from right now. or later on another 10 years.
I
So
see.
is it
So it's a
answer
starting
your question?
point. Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
I can
Professor
add
Jin?
something. All right. Business simulation game has a slightly different purpose, and is trying to teach the learners, the students, the relationship between parameters in a business operation. So, you know, when the students say, you know, what about, you know, customer preferences and all these things, then you are going to another area, right? And that area is strategic marketing. And so strategic marketing is a totally different thing. And, you know, we will not be using business simulation to generate the scenario. So general purpose is, you know, in operating a business, consider something that is very neutral, anything at all. It can be even, for instance, writing pen or a bicycle. And so, you know, the scenario would be you have got to sell this in maybe 4 different regions. They all will be buying bicycles, but, you know, because of different locations, then the business environment is going to tell you something. All right, some locations may have a higher growth rate, some will be a lower growth rate, and some, you know, has got a higher price elasticity, lower price elasticity. These are the things that you're going to find in the MBS interface to guide you to make those decisions. And then you're going to find out that, you know, by making these decisions, changing this and not changing that, you are making a mistake, because, you know, they have to be complementary. You know, you do one thing, then you got to do the other. All right. For instance, you know, if you want to increase your quality, doing R&D alone, and then, you know, you don't invest in your production equipment, then it's not complete. So you're going to find out like that.
Yeah.
Therefore, your professors who adopted this, you know, for the students, will generally prepare a scenario paper. And, you know, would define, okay, this is a bicycle or this is what. But as I said, you know, it is a very generic, a very general market, without going into this specific of a certain product that has got some unique features that you have to consider about, you know, customer taste. This is a different subject matter.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Jin. I think this is a very good question. And Professor Tan, I think you're an advanced learner. We almost, you know, cross to next session. Before we cross next session, is there any question for the game 1?
Sorry,
yes?
Another 2 questions not answered yet. But
okay, another 2 questions.
About the cost, about the customer segmentation.
Yes.
I would like to invite Professor Tang or other professors. We may spend another 1 or 2 hours to explain this, and I will show you the details from the system. Of course, right now you can see it already, but since it takes time to explain, so all the details and the very theoretical and the experience we can explain very well. I think in past 10 several years, lots of teachers are facing the same problem, some situation. Okay, I think most of them can reply well, but need enough time to explain. So I'm very sorry. Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
It's very time consuming today. However, let's continue. If we have any questions for game 1, if we don't have, we will continue with the game 2. Professor Jin?
Okay. Now for game run 2.
Run 2.
Michelle has already prepared a list of who would be assigned to which team. All right. So I would ask Michelle now to conduct this.
Let me show.
So game 2.
So game 2. Let me show. Excuse me. Let me show how to organize a new game. in here.
So we are going
and,
to start
so-
up a new game.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Everyone, every participant, you can make a decision by your own. Now
Okay.
let me check. So the first one group and the second one
So
teams.
Professor Xiao is saying
Yes.
that we are really running the company now. So by using different kind of resource at your hand, you can decide whatever you want to do, right? It's unlike the game one, you have to put the number that assigned by Professor Jin. Now you have more freedom to decide what kinds of resource you want to put in, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So, so we're going to be assigned into different group, which is October 15th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So are we pre-assigned into the group now?
Yes.
Okay,
I
great.
think Michelle, will you show the
Okay,
company
great.
ID and password to all the participants?
So Michelle will give us a company name, a company to attend to work.
It's slightly different.
Okay.
Just please, when you enter your breakout room, you will see your company ID as well. So I also will put this company ID in the chat. So just use the password to enter the game.
Okay, I got it. So what Michelle says is first to identify which group are you in. So like Angela Yan, I will be in group.
For game 2, I didn't assign a facilitator.
Okay, so we are facilitators. We are so game 2 will be, correct me if I'm wrong, Professor Lon and Professor Tom. Find your name on the group first, then you will join the company that Michelle set up for you. And remember, there's a link here, and Michelle will be attached the link in the chat room. And also remember the password 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will be separated into different company to run a real, type of simulation to compete with each other in the marketplace.
And all facilitators will stay in the main room, in the hall. So,
Okay.
and each team, you can raise your hand, so the facilitator will join your room and help you.
Okay, so we will be here, make ourselves available to on-call by your, you can access to join you. Okay.
And this game will be 20 minutes and automatically return and go back to the main room.
Okay, so 20 minutes breakout into a different group. So shall we start now?
Sure. Okay.
Make sure that the link is link.
Okay.
The link attached in the chat room.
Okay, I'll do it right now.
Yes, please. And make sure everyone find your name first. Make sure that you are in group 1 to 7, and make sure that your company ID is taken down and your passwords. Then you will go into your company. Any question?
Some group have not been filled, so a lot of people are still remaining in the main hall. I can see.
Okay.
和我。
The 0, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
你要先关麦克风。
Where are they? Company 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 然后我们的 breakout room 有几个咯 ？1, 2, 3, OK. 6, 7, 8. 9. 那么10, 11, 12, 13那些是没有人的啊。
Yes, Professor King. Yes.
那么等到他们都进去了以后呢，我们才决定是什么？我们去
好像对我们
join 他
在
们
这边
再
stand
join
by，
看，
或是我们就直接进去了。
但是我们现在也要先
陈教授，对，您要
肯定一
记下，
下，
就是说你要
谁去
好
找谁是吧？
那我建议您就进第一间，然后Arthur，
第一天看起来现在没有人加进去，可能学生跑掉了。第二间那个
现在与会的人只有8个人，他们已经分组去了。
对，那 Angela 你进第二间好了，
我进第二间
这个是刚刚越南的。
好，
然后那个
9415
Number 1也是越南人嘛，对不对？
9028
对，其实这几个都是越南的。那然后印尼的话，那陈先生，因为刚刚您就是在印尼的，请您进第6好不好
？6啊，06有啊，有
对对，06有是有2位高科技在里面。那 Urban 是我们的助教，那 Arthur 他在泰国这一间，对。
那个闪亮是去哪一间？
没有闪亮
我还在这里，我跟着你。
好，跟着我，那我们去第2间咯。走。那我是从 Student Platform 进去嘛，哈。
好，我帮你加进去好了。我帮你们两个，你们两个去第2间吗？是不是？
对，我现在进去用 Student Platform 进去。
我们的人手够吗？现在不是有8个。
没关系，那我先守在大厅，我看一下。那陈先生，我帮您加到第6好了。
OK， 我可以自己选择。现在因为我是co-host嘛，对不对？Irvin， 这个我自己可以选择进去，但是我就说
所以我们现在回到大会议室了啊。
对，
结束了是吗？ Hi, so everyone now is back to the main classroom now. And since you have been putting some figures or so-called resources on different investment, in different category. So after Professor Xiao is going to show you the whole company's performance on how their net profits and their market share and also their status. He's going to give you an analysis, and meanwhile, he will disclose the cost structure of what you have, working on just now. Yes, Arthur? Yes. So Professor Xiao is going to show us that. Arthur, you didn't turn on your microphone. Yes, Professor Xiao?
Yep.
Okay.
你没有开麦。
Okay, so or you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Since the time is quite limited, I think the team 3, 4, 5 not yet submit their decision yet. So I use a special method to force them to submit their decision. Okay.
Yes,
And,
we're going to use top-down methodology.
Okay. And then let us see what's the results. Everybody worked for 3 months.
Mhm.
It seemed like 1 quarter. Okay, so let us see the result for all companies. Let's see the net profit. The second, the 101502. Okay, this company enjoyed the profit $88,000.
Yoo-hoo, great.
It's the only one company generated the profit. Okay.
Congratulations.
And, yeah, congrats. And the team 5 minus 92,000, and the first team minus 635,000. Team 4 similar figures. Okay. This is they keep, maybe they keep the same. They keep same.
So
they never change. Yeah.
So can I say that these 3 teams didn't, these 4 teams didn't put investment?
No, I mean they send the original default decisions. Maybe not familiar with the operation. So we have to make to take another chance to give them more time.
More
to
practice,
do this.
right?
Yeah, more this. But today, since time is quite limited, so they may just send the totally send the decision and get this result. Okay, and the team 6 minus 1 million, 1.1 million, 1.78 million. In terms of revenue, okay, we know that just show the profit. It's not profit. It's not related with the revenue. Revenue, the biggest revenue is team 5, and the other 3, okay, the other, they change nothing, but still they use the default decision. They gain the revenue is 4.1 million, and the team 8 3.3 million, team 6 3.3 nearly 3.3 million. Okay, and team 3 2.9 million. Okay, this is the general conditions, and let us see the individual company, see what's their performance. Just now we can, okay, let's see the best one. The second, the team 2, okay, they are the only one getting the profit. So let us see what's they have done.
What did they do, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Firstly, let us see the management dashboard. This is the most important thing for all companies. It is a general information and the more important information or major indicator for your company operations. Let us see this company, their some index. Okay, first the market share. Originally, each company share enjoyed 11% of market. They slightly dropped to 10%, and inventory increased 1.4 times. Okay, say, and revenue increasing. Okay, increasing. Expenditure also increasing. Okay,
36%.
And profit compared to the default done. But anyway, they still get the profit. Okay, and this is major indicators we have to watch out. Okay.
Okay.
And then let us see the other portions. For example, if we want to know more about our positioning or our competition situation in terms of, if say, in terms of financial ratios. Okay, we can see more details. Here, there are four categories of financial ratio. You can see lots of, there's a question mark here. That is explanation of what is current ratio. Okay, in terms of current ratio, this company, Team 2, better than average of industry. That industry average means all 9 companies in average, their current ratio is 0.5, but this company, 0.6. That means they're usually we say their financial status better than okay, above average. Okay.
Average.
So here also inventory turnover compared with the
inventory turnover is
slightly
quick,
lower,
right? It's quick.
Yeah. And so the others maybe you can see from your own website. Okay.
Okay.
And you can log in after my explanation to website, and I think in next several weeks you still can log in to see all your results. We will keep it as it is. Okay. So today we may not have enough time to explain each web page or each indicators, but if you have question, you can contact with us. We will explain to you in more details. Okay, here is the financial indicator. Let us see the others. The other
cost structure
information, cost structure. Okay, see the company 2, they can gain the profit because of in average in foreign market their selling price is 7.2. Okay, unit price, and the average cost is 7. So it is understand they can get profit. Okay, that is regarding the cost structure. Okay, so let us see another.
The cost structure,
okay,
operating expense, or including amortized into different quantity.
Okay, let's see another information. Say the sales status. We can see all companies, their selling price and their sales volume. Volume says the quantity. Okay, for example, the Team 2, they said, we just saw it, they said price at $7. And we can see the first company, the Team 1, only at $6.2, much lower than, okay. And the price lower, the market share a little higher, but is it worse or no? It's up to your strategy. I mean, you want to share a lower the price and to gain the market share, and they can, how to say, have the profit in future or in next several rounds. That's a kind of a strategy. But sometimes if you consider the short-term profit in next round, you have to consider to raise up your price, because see, the quantity-wise, not big difference, but the profit-wise or price-wise, it's quite different. Okay, so that means even I think 90% again, lower maybe 88 or 90% against the $7. Okay, this is the market one, and we see the Team 7. We don't know the reason why, because you can see here they sell that price at the
very high
one.
Yeah, so, $9.
According to the textbook told us, the demand curve, right? The price high, the demand is low. Okay, it's a general rule. But of course, not only the price, but also the product quality or product image. In reality, in real world, the people buy the products to get the service, not only consider about the price, but also the quality and some other things.
Okay, so there are three factors to be considered into the buying situation.
Yes, at least they have to see this. Okay, and
quality,
then
image and price.
So as for each team, you can go through your your account to see what happened and why the other company sell more than you or get profit more than you. You can compare with like price or their promotion or their market situation or status. And then let me show you another very important thing, which is financial report. Here, this company, okay, they total revenue is $4.1 million. And here is the details of their cost, including, we say, fixed cost and variable cost. The variable cost, like the material, labor cost, something like that, directly related with their selling quantities. Okay, and the other is fixed cost, like R&D expenditure or promotion. Even you spend more money, but you cannot expect the sales or revenue or profit will get the better result. It's up to this many conditions. Okay. Anyway, from the income statement, you can see the details of your cost. And if you want to improve your sales, you may consider about the raising price or raise quantity or lower your cost. And that is from the income statement. Profit or loss, you have to look at the income statement and see the difference. I think sometimes for you, it's difficult to judge whether it's right or wrong. So one of my suggestions is compare with your zero wrong. Okay, zero wrong, sales only $2.6 million, but they have the profit, okay, operation profit. But now the revenue almost double, nearly double, okay, but become less profit. The reason why, okay, the reason why you need to compare them. We say gap analysis. What difference in between this round and the previous round? Okay, that's an income statement. The other also you can take the same manner. Okay, as for cash flow, you can see that this company, their cash balance, they have $745 in the end. Since this MBS as a cash base, I mean on cash, the assumption is you sell the products, can get the money, can get the cash in the same round, and you spend the money to pay the salary, to buy the materials, you have to pay the money in the same round. So all of them are cash based. If you don't have enough cash, you have to get loan from the bank. If you forget or you neglect to get the loan from the bank, you will have some punishment because you did not wear the very important thing. Cash is a king, cash is a blood. Cash is a very important thing for the company operation. So in the MBS, the GAN rule, okay, there are lots of punishment or lots of price that it's implied you are doing good or you are doing wrong. Okay, and if you do something wrong, your cost will be raised. If you are doing something wrong, your sales will drop down. If you, on the contrary, if you are doing well and all the indicators or the results will become better and better. But all of them are, most of them are relative. For example, like price. If here they said price $7, okay, $7 is high or low. It's up to other competitors. Okay, so that is very interesting. We call it game theory. That's you have to guess, you have to forecast your competitors' behavior, whether they will do at low price or high price. The low or high is relative low or high. Please remember this. And the third financial report is balance sheet. That indicate your company's say owner's equity. Is very important since the company after your team or you run the company, the owner's equity is increasing or lower. Okay, as you know, balance sheet is accumulated status. That if we have another 4 round, A round, and afterward we have to see you increase your owner's equity or decrease your owner's equity. It's very how to say
in a real balance sheet. In your balance sheet, the owner's equity will, they become positive or they become minus. It really depends on your operation ability. Yeah.
So at last, I think I cannot explain too much. So at last, I would like to show you the environment, the business overview. Here is environment.
Right.
Just now the teacher asked me what's the, how to say, the product it is and what's the environment is it. Okay, here shows the macroeconomy. Okay, and this is for example, inflation rate is high or low. For example, inflation, if it's high, that means your buying cost will be getting more and more or higher and higher. Like recently, the oil, the petroleum, the real market, since the supply is not enough or demand is high, so the pricing is raised up, will be raised very quickly. Okay, and economic growth rate indicate the economic situation, and the industry, that means this company or all your competitors located or stay in this environment. You have to look at price elasticity, marketing effect, and the market growth rate. All will lead you to the, how to say, the competition, and you have to watch out the environment and to do the better decision. Okay, and tax situation and the internal R&D effect, productive mode. That production mode here is a single shift. That means only 8 hours per day. Okay, and you can put one additional work, but only the 1.5 at most. But if you make the production mode is a shift mode, that means 24 hours a day you can work.
You can work
yeah,
overtime.
Something like this. I would like you to study it and to look at that. And if you have any question or later on, we can have a Q&A, or in the future you can contact with us and we will try to explain more details for you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Arthur Xiao. Thank you. So, Michelle, can we go back? So, as you can see that this is a very complex, dynamic, programmed business simulation game. So, where the students can learn in a very diversified, dynamic, different way. So thank you again. And do you have any questions? so that we can, briefly answer you, because it's very time consuming. We don't have much time to work on, next run for the game. So any questions?
So Professor Chin, will you share something with our audience?
Yes, Professor Chin. Yep. Any find out?
Okay. You can take the stop the share screen, I guess. Yeah. This as I said earlier, MBS is a general purpose, or it's a generic business simulation program algorithm. And now that with 2 rounds, you're going to appreciate, what are the factors, parameters that you are going to consider when you operate a business. So the inventory level, the purchasing, and then you have to look at the market condition. For instance, if there's a high inflation rate in the market, it might make a lot of sense that you buy your raw material now very quickly, right? And looking at your bank account, and you got cash, then you use the money to buy the raw material, because as you go into the next few periods, you're going to find that the price of raw material is going to go up, right? The market says so. So if you know that, and then you make the right decision, you are going to come out the winner. And also, all the relationship when you set a price, and why is it the price? If you, for instance, set a low price, and then you look at the environment and see what is the elasticity. Does the low price help you? Or if the elasticity is low, then maybe you really don't have to lower your price. So these are a lot of things that you have to consider and debate about as you make a decision as a team to enter into the business operation. And all this is going to help you to understand the business dynamics and all the meaning of all those terms. And you're going to find that the meaning will be clearer to you than you just read the textbook. So I encourage you. The Top Boss is going to offer free competition, in the following months, and I hope you will register, join in, and learn more. This is free. And to the professors, I hope you find this is a very, very powerful tool that can help you to teach your various subject matters, and consider using this tool as part of your teaching pedagogy. So with that, I would pass it back to hostess Angela, and make a few other announcements before we close.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Chin. Thank you, Professor Xiao. Indeed, when you're running a business, you have to look at both internal and external environment situation. I was in the group 2, so I mentioned it to them. You have to, look at the market sensitivities. So they look at them, and they have a better judgment, something like that. So when you are teaching the students, you probably already known about the factors, the parameters in the game simulation. You will have a better explanation when you have more time. Thank you again. So Michelle, next slide, please. So this MBS system is helping you to empowerment, making students take the leads as a CEO, have them to make decisions, since they have learning so much in the textbook. How are they going to facing the real world? And as Professor Xiao said, there's no permanent good or bad. It's all relatively linked with your competitor in the marketplace. So in the game, and again, the student can, enable their communication through the different members in the team and explain what's their thinking and what's their, managerial logics and so forth. So at this holistic kind of integration is to build the students have the cross-departmental, multifunctional kind of mindset, and also cultivate them to become more competitiveness kind of dynamic thinking. Last not the least, remember to email us, to contact us. Next slide, please. 下页. So you got a free trial session. As long as you gather 12 people, you can enjoy this kind of free trial and having more experience, with our Top Boss customer service or our consultants to help you to understand more. Here is the contact information. You can, take note, and we welcome you to come back to us. And thank you again to join us, spending so much time with us. And please feel free to contact us and make this powerful business simulation game to help your teaching more powerful. Thank you very much. Yes. Any question?
Good enough. No question.
Okay.
Okay.
If you have any questions or any, inquiries, please just contact us, and we will be happy to serve you at any time. Thank you again. Yeah. So that's Korean end today. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations, group 2.
Bye-bye. See you
Thank
next
you.
time, next month.
Next time we
see you.
bet on real money. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Thank you. Thanks for your
Thank you. Bye-bye.
attendance. Yeah, thank you for your
Bye-bye.
time too.